Hi, it's Elisa Ferriggi from thinkautism.co.uk, and this week I'd like to talk to you about resistance. It's something that many families who have children with autism or additional needs have to deal with every day. And in this video I'd like to talk about what it looks like, what you can do about it, and why you might be getting it. So hopefully that will help you along your journey. So what does it look like? Well, resistance can come in various forms, and I'm going to talk about some of the forms that you might see and be able to relate to with your child. First of all, there's withdrawal. So maybe you're asking your child to do something or inviting them to do something with you, and they're withdrawing from the interaction. They're either actively withdrawing, so they're choosing to do something different, or you might find that they just blatantly ignore you. So they're choosing not to participate. So there's that type of resistance there. There's also aggression. So when they're faced with a challenge or something you're asking them to do with you, they might hit out, they might be aggressive towards you, whether verbally or physically, letting you know that they don't want to do it. That kind of resistance is quite clear to many people. And some children also choose to do more repetitive things when they're choosing not to participate in something. So they might do a very repetitive activity, very samey, and that's their way of resisting what you're inviting them to participate in. And there may be other types of communication that children will very clearly use to let you know that they don't want to participate. So let's just have a think now about why you might be getting this resistance. And there could be many reasons. And really it's important to work out the pattern of behaviour, why it's happening, what the triggers are, and so that you can start to see what the reasons are. But some common reasons that I can share with you today are feelings of incompetence. So if a child's not feeling competent in a particular activity that you're asking them to do, they might not want to do it, because let's face it, nobody wants to do things that they don't feel competent at. They might not understand what you're expecting of them or what's required of them. So if they don't understand what to do there, then they're going to resist, and that might be not such an active type of resistance. It might be a case of, I just don't know what you want from me, so I can't do what you want me to do. Other types of resistance might be happening because what you're asking them to do might be too challenging. And if it's too challenging, again, that links into feelings of incompetence. And if you're not competent, you're not going to want to do something. So there's a few common reasons as to why you might be getting resistance. Other things that can come into play might include their history, which will take a bit more analysing and looking into. But it's worth having a look and figuring out the triggers and the patterns of behaviour that you're noticing yourself, to see why the resistance might be happening. And for many of you, you'll probably already know why they're resisting, so you'll be ahead of the game there anyway. So what can you do about it? Well, what you do about it depends on why they're resisting in the first place. So overall, for all children, we always want to make sure that they're feeling safe, they're feeling competent, and that they understand what you're communicating to them. So anything that you can think of related to why they're resisting that can help them feel safe and competent and understand what's required of them, that you can do to make a difference, will really help them. So that's like the first starting step. So first of all, think about what it looks like. For many of you, that's the easiest part. You know when your child's resisting participation. And then think about and start to analyse why you might be getting that resistance. You might only be getting it in certain activities or when you communicate in a certain way or for only certain people. So there's often a pattern there as to what's going on. And then have a think about what you can do to make your child feel safer and to make them feel more comfortable, more competent and understand better. So with those three things there, I think that's enough for you this week to really think about and start noticing and observing, maybe jotting a few things down. So this week, that's your assignment, to think about those things and observe what's going on. And next week, what I'd like to do is talk about a few more strategies of how to deal with resistance depending on what kind of resistance you're getting. You know, the first things I talked about at the beginning, so the withdrawal, aggression, repetitiveness, those sorts of things. So what kind of strategies you can do there. So that's your assignment for this week. I hope it's a really useful one for you and relevant to where you're at right now, because once we fight through the resistance and we get past that stage, we actually open up a lot of opportunities to be able to work on more interesting things that actually help the remediation of autism. So let me know your thoughts on that. You can use the Facebook page and share your feelings and your thoughts and what you've noticed on there, or you can also just email me and we can take it from there. And then next week I look forward to sharing another video with you. And if you're not already signed up for these e-zines with weekly tips, videos, articles, those sorts of things, then please make sure that you do so by visiting www.thinkautism.co.uk. Okay, take care, bye.